Both Tim Pandajis and David Paul are joining us now. Tim.
Yeah, guys, let's get a recent check on what's going on with Ida. It's still around, but a shell of what it was just 24 hours ago when it still held Category 4 status. It's moved inland, but in 24 hours worth of time, in fact, 28 hours since landfall, hasn't gone all that far, 280 miles to the north, now in central Mississippi. Not so much a wind threat anymore, down to a tropical depression with 35-mile-an-hour winds. At landfall, it was 150, but it's going to rain itself out. And we've got heavy rain bands now, mostly to the northeast of the center, and this is going to be picking up speed over the next couple days, moving to the north and east and spreading that rain threat, that inland flood threat in areas along the Appalachian Mountains. In fact, look at the flash flood watches that are already up from the Gulf of Mexico all the way up into Long Island and southern New England. So a lot of rain coming their way. Yesterday, of course, was the anniversary of Katrina. Now Ida shares a landfall date with Katrina. But, David, there's one more.
Yeah, there's another one joining the crowd. Now, no two storms are ever the same, and no two seasons are the same. But sometimes they kind of rhyme, which is why it's worth taking a look at hurricane history. So here's what happened yesterday. On the 29th, we had the landfall of Hurricane Ida, a Cat 4 hurricane. But we've seen this before, a couple of storms. Katrina in 2005, here's her path, making landfall on the same day, on the 29th. And the same thing with Isaac, Category 1 hurricane in 2012, making landfall, similar spot, same day, August the 29th. That's a date that Southeast Louisiana will be paying very close attention to in the future. So what does this mean for the rest of this season? Well, let's look back at those seasons when those other storms made landfall. Katrina in 2005, that season we had 28 storms, 15 hurricanes. That was a record at the time. Now 2020 is the record. Isaac made landfall in 2012. That season we had 12 storms, 10 hurricanes. That's an above average number of hurricanes. Ida, just yesterday, 2021. So far, we're at 11 storms. So far, we're at 4 hurricanes, but we are still counting. And in fact, there are 2 spots out there, 2 tropical waves that could, in the next several days, become our next 2 storms. We'll have to wait and see how the rest of 2021 plays out, Tim.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be keeping a close eye on the Atlantic. We're getting close to the peak of the season. All right, here locally, David, it's been a hot day. Temperatures in the upper 90s, 97, a popular number out there in most reporting spots. Add on about 10 degrees, and that's what it's feeling like out there this afternoon. Everywhere else, pretty much the same deal. Mid-90s for the most part, feeling like 100 to 105. Radar for the most part, too quiet. We have a few showers and downpours out into Matagorda, and these are stationary almost, starting to drift their way to the north towards Bay City. Expect about a 10% chance of an isolated shower for the next hour or so, and then quiet through the evening hours. The 7-day forecast, though, keeps things hot and humid, mid-90s right into the upcoming weekend. We've got that chance each afternoon for an isolated shower or storm. Guys?